accosted right now by um, cults. A cult is following me around, and not safe. Dark mage, these dark mages floating around and looking at you. You know what it is, right? The bat. They come out at night, and they're vampire. There are these beings that are in this cult, which that like think about the secret societies. They're out here. They're after me. They're coveting after me, after things. They're shapeshifters. This is what they do. Okay, so in the astral world, our battle is not against flesh and blood. It's the principalities and powers and spiritual wickednesses in high places. And these beings can see into the future, and they see nearly they see things that we don't. And they're trying to make a lunch out of me. Some people are being made into lunches for these demi-gorgons, and you gotta be watchful. You gotta not turn into their meats, and B, become like them. They want to recruit you to their camp. You shouldn't join up with it. You shouldn't do everything that you can to denounce these hounds that are hounding us. They're from Egypt, from Rome, pagan Rome, and they're in the Vatican. And there are these beings in the Vatican, celestial, which they're they want your soul, basically. They want to have control. You are like the Ring and the Lord of the Rings. They're like the Nazgul. They're like seeking after the ring. They're seeking after control of you. This is what this world is. This world seeks dominance and power over the human spirit. The idea would be, don't fear them. Later, see, God took on a human body, and it's just full of hypnotism. They're trying to hypnotize you with your own consciousness awareness. These demons, these devils, they get into your conscious awareness, your noetic perception, your mind, and then what happens to you? They can then project themselves into your mind as if they're tinkering around inside of you, and actually It's a gimmick. He's a false messiah with antichrist spirit in the world today who portrays fake Jew, fake, fake. You realize Revelation is probably semi-true, coming to pass. The abomination that makes desolate in Matthew. And then Jesus talks about the abomination. When you see the appalling abomination, this is Matthew 24. When you see the appalling abomination of which the prophet Daniel spoke, set up in the holy place, let the reader understand. Then those in Judea must escape to the mountains. If anyone is on the housetop, he must not come down to collect his belongings from the house. That means you crucified yourself. You have to crucify your body to not want to do certain things. You know, like you think you have this urge to turn off the lights in your house or something, or turn your thermostat down or something. Crucify that your body will to do that. Then you. This is what the idea is. These entities are well, you have to defeat the invisible enemy. It's you. You are your own enemy. So, anyways, this for those who are a child. Cloak. If anyone is in the fields, he must not turn back to fetch his cloak. Alas, for those with child or babies at the breast, when those days come, pray that you will not have to make your escape in winter or on the Sabbath. For then there will be great distress, unparalleled since the world began, such as will never be again. And if that time had not been shortened, no human being would have survived. But shortened that time shall be for the sake of those who are chosen. And this could be understood in different ways. Not necessarily literally. I think it is some of it's literal. It's definitely in times past it's been literal. But to understand this, you can understand it spiritually. Clearly, so, you know, playing Risk in the Kitchen, the Battleship. You suck my battleship. You know, I believe we're in a spiritual war where the digital reality that we live in is actually semi. These people won't leave people alone. You know, these people that they think they have control of me. You see, this is why you shouldn't give yourself to any man. Don't give yourself your heart or who you are to anything, to any man, they will drag you to dirt. And they're doing that to us through the legal doing it to Rome, basically. It's done through the paganism in Rome and the Vatican, Catholic cults, Roman Catholic witches coven that secretly run in society in the shadows, and they want you to shut up about, because they're going to have power and control. They're going to have control for eternity, and if you don't shut up, they're going to come after you. You don't bow down and submit yourself to Rome, they're going to come after you. This is what the Protestants were not really that crazy to denounce the popes. The popes, they're bloody, bloodlusting. Catholic no. Pagan Coven. Yeah, you could do this on the cross with a book. They like bless something. If they do that in the when the priest reads it, they go like this with the book, with the gospel. I mean, but Satan loves churches. I don't know why Satan loves church. And he keeps following me around in church. From people from churches, it's like he shapeshifts into the people, and then he can become a ghost and follow me around. And the people from the churches, they're like vampires to me, and they're like witches. And the people next door are all in a witches coven from the Vatican, and they're doing witches ceremonies with witches to control the future, basically. It's all about the future. These old witches want to have control and dominance, and they see you as a life essence to have more control and command. It's like these people are delusional. They're delusional. They're obsessed and deranged, and they want to have control. And the fact of the matter is, yeah, they're after me, dude. I saw a Nazgul from Lord of the Rings outside my window, and he was harassing us. He was he was riding a winged beast out of a freaking movie, and it was in my soul, and it was like, okay, so these things are inside of your soul, but you see in your mind's vision that they're outside or somewhere in the, like a fairy or something, and they're in the physical atmosphere where you are. Don't do psychedelics, but you do realize that your headspace is being occupied, is trying to be occupied by some odd thing, and they are annoying as hell. They're like bats, and they won't stop. It's like a candy store. You're like a candy factory to them. They just you can't get enough of whatever whatever it is that whatever. And well, you see, I believe that there's like Dracula. I have Bram Stoker's movie on my computer, Dracula, and I've seen the beast form of him in my bedroom, and he was like 60 feet tall, and he was like the ugliest thing ever. And I seen him in here. He looked like something that would feast on some kind of this looked like atrocity. And I actually wonder for a minute, vampires are real? Are they real? I think that they're after people. I think they're trying to either convert you into a vampire, which is an astral phenomenon that they're trying to deceive you into. And I believe that there are beings out here who are part vampire, they're Nephilim, and it's freaking me out. Because I went to this church, I thought it would just be some lovey-dovey like ceremony, but then it turns out that the church may be full of these things. You may be going to a church that's full of of the Dracula beings, and they're gonna follow you around. They're gonna try to drink. They're gonna try to. They were actually. It was as if they were trying to do something to me. I'm not slandering anybody. I'm just saying. Just don't trust people. Period. Because these are the end times. There's gonna be shiesty things in this world, and these people are not trustworthy. They're not trusting. Just ignore it. Leave you alone. It's bothering you. I'm just thinking about my own experiences with this, like. Oh yeah, but you don't know what these people are like. They do things in the darkness. They operate outside of the daylight. Something's fishy, something's weird. As if they're scared of the light. They don't like the sun. Which is what you should turn into the sun. It says that you will shine like the sons in the kingdom of their father. You should become like the sun. You're going to become like the sun. In the Bible, that's what you're going to become, like a celestial being. But you're not going to be like a dark being or black. Just what he just wants to freaking. You see, Satan deals in absolutes, and he's deranged, and he's bloody. See if you're. I feel like the wool's been pulled over a lot of people. Right now, I'm fighting something right now. You see my head going like this? That's a mechanism. That's something that's me fighting something. I'm not doing it on my own. I'm not doing this on my own. That's. Have you ever done that before, man? You start to pray the name of God. You have to pray. And in your direct area, in your soul, your head will start to go like this, go back and forth like this, as if you're a spiritual gladiator contestant, and you're slashing something's enemy, something evil. Does that make me crazy? Okay, so what happened was, it's like I have like a radar in my vision. And I can like my head will start going like this. And at first, what happened to me was I was stretching my neck back and forth, like right to left, and I felt like there was this resistance, like something had been restraining my head and neck. It was as if something in the astral world, and I kept doing that, and because I kept fighting it, and I had to fight it really hard. I had to fight it really bad because it was like, and then what eventually happened was I started to see giant beings come out of my. It was like there was this giant dragon being that came out. It had this long tail like the size of a runway. Now this sounds like schizophrenia, but I was going like this, like back and forth, and it was as if I was being held prisoner by this monster that was like a billion yards long snake being, a dragon being that I thought I was going. I didn't think I thought I was going crazy, and then I saw it in the sky that it had swallowed this dolphin. It was like a blue dolphin that it had swallowed, and then the dolphin. I don't know. Maybe I was like hacking like the computer of like society. I wasn't meaning to do this. It was like we're living in a computer and there's like programs running like nature provided, but then it was like, it was like, maybe is it a sin to want to be free? It was like this blue. It was weird, man. I didn't go to the chiropractor, but that but it happened to be multiple times where I was exercising these demons. This is earlier this year. Then I would start to see them in my home, like under my sinks, under my bed. And I had to struggle the same way. I had to struggle to get them out. And I was hallucinating, seeing like Pokemon, like I saw Zapdos and Articuno, the lightning Pokemon, the lightning bird Pokemon, the legendary Pokemon. And then I saw the blue one. I saw Articuno, the ice bird Pokemon, the legendary ice bird Pokemon. And then I saw the Moltres one. But the Moltres one was the fire one, and something was wrong with it. It was like falling on the ground. But it was weird as heck, man. I never thought I would see like I never thought I could be like delusional and see like never mind. So yeah, that it was weird, man. That's what happens when you get isolated for so long. You eventually start to see these things. It was pretty strange. I could talk about some of these experiences. I could I could talk. I just can't really remember them because of these delusions. These not delusions. These it was kind of weird. Mm, well, they've got me set up to see a doctor, but I don't feel like I need to see anything because I feel like it's just more power. It's more, you know. I feel like there is something in their brain. I feel like there's snake beings living inside of me. Us. I don't know. I feel like I'm being monitored right now. Everything I do and say is being monitored. Oh, it's called a delirium. It's called delirium, but it's like semi. I believe we're living in a simulation right now, and I feel like there's like the reality is that it's just like reality is being projected into us. It's like it's not like we're a receiver of reality. Our imagination is just I don't know. It sounds crazy. How? Let's not really talk about it though, man. I just want to talk about. I have no idea. Turn down this fucking I'm being held hostage right now by somebody. Somebody's doing something in there. Somebody's been following us around, and they're all. It's just unbelievable. It doesn't make any sense to me, and I'm really sick and tired of it. Tired of these energy farmers and these energy farmers who are trying to get something out of you or something. I'm sick and tired of it. Food. Leave me alone. Like someone's trying to crawl up my ass all the time. Like someone's crawling inside of your cave of your body, your soul, and it's just unbelievable. It's unreal. And yeah, digitization. You think you're a computer, and they can just upload they can upload a microchip to you, or upload a CD or a DVD to you. They're actually, I had this DVD that they're trying to put into my brain, and it was like, had like gems in it. It had like colored gems in it with the Ouroboros. The Ouroboros is the snake devouring its tail, and it was like some kind of seal that they were trying to make. It was like some kind of like apocalyptic DVD that they're gonna put into me. They're gonna try to run, and it's as if they consider you to be their computer, and they're really enslaved. They're enslavers. They're enslaved to you, to other people. They're in slavery. They're in a slave ship, running a slave camp for the communism. It's all for atheism. Really, it really comes down to the atheists are religion. They're into religion, and you would actually believe this, but they're here. They're actually ghosts. They're actually in the astral world, and they're communistic. They're not. I don't really call them apostles. You can't call them apostles. I don't know. But they're semi-religious, and they'll claim to be religious, and they're different than you think, and then they want to eat your blood and your soul, and they want to like hardness you. Like, hey, you have a battery. I got a battery for my electric bicycle, and it's like they consider you to be like a battery, and they're sucking the juices out of you, or they're living inside of your battery, your soul, which is you look like a battery, and yeah, they could get like a smart battery, like a brain chip, like a computer battery for a computer. Yeah, and all this kind of like dramatization and all this nonsense is just giving them more life, more energy, and more of for them to have more of their consciousness. The more you give their consciousness, they want to this is what Satan does, according to the fathers. They capture your nous, which is your eye of your soul, and they capture that. That's literally your soul itself. Once they think that they have that, they could lead it to anything they want. They're actually trying to put my soul in some kind of white light, to where it was like I was gonna be like reincarnated. I was gonna die or something. Like it was like a fake light. And they'll actually do these things. These Nephilim have this ability to do these things. You live around them, you don't actually believe they could do it, but they do. They can, they have. They've done it to me. They have the ability. They use their fingers, and they might have, I think that some of them have finger magic, finger power. Jesus said, with the finger of God, I cast out the demons. Well, they have the finger of something, Satan, the finger of the devil, and they can take your noose and capture your noose and captivate you, or they try to. The Nephilim, they're the watchers that wanted to have free. They left their habitation in the sky to come down to have some kind of time with humans, and then they created the monster. It's just a myth of. It's just a story in the book of the Genesis. It's just a story. It's a story in the book of Noah. And God caused a flood because of the Nephilim. The meaning of the Nephilim is the giants. The watch. And I think I think they're among us, and I think. I don't even know anything, but you can read. I want to read anything out of it. And I think that you're like a sugar supply, and they think you're like a candy store, and you give off, and this is the people that think that they're being stalked or whatever. They're being stalked by technology. It's not technology. You're annoying as hell. Wouldn't be surprised. Oh God. Do you believe that there's? No, I don't know, man. This is confusing. Annoying. Oh. Yeah, they love to torture me, though. I think.
What he wanted me to. Sweden Atlantic City. Done, sir. Trump Castle, ocean views for the entire family, and I can't wait to hit the slots. Mind you, it's fine in the tournament, you'll have to take care of the children. Oh, that sounds like
I'm doing it again. I'm doing it again. I think they can do it in the astral realm. The Bible is a spiritual book, and I think there's this belief that witches that they could actually create babies in the astral realm for like demon babies. Like that's actually fact. Like if you're thinking about it this way, if you were a man, you could procreate with an entity, or you could try to. You could create an abomination. A Nephilim could be like a spirit being, like a half spirit being. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like a dog, like just like a homing defense, like a homing mechanism where you're, Mm-hmm. I just trying to fix like ghost bust. Like this is like a way. to get rid of these weird things. It looks like schizophrenia or something, but I like move my head around, and it's as if there's really something in the atmosphere because it's doing something, and then you can actually pinpoint them. Your head, it's like it's like an air. You can
Oh boy, I love you the tickets because you know they're sold out. Oh my god! Didn't you PS1?
No, yeah, that's horrible.
Oh, okay. You do them in that impersonation show. Oh yeah, you could pass. You know, the right lights, makeup, costume. You, I don't know.
Got a long street, or you're at a party, or else you're alone and you suddenly did.
No. First of all, you've got to put a lot more shoulder into it. And you got to look at him more adoringly. You love him, baby.
You gotta fight these things, man. These demi beings, they're after me, and then they're like the jinn. I think they're like
Told you have to look at me adoring.
I always look at you adoring.
Kelly. Paycosis. Paycosis. It's psychosis. It's a psychosis. System of the deranged.
Would you just look at this beautiful Gulf prawn?
You know, the love of money is the root of all evil. Love of the money is the root of all evil. And they who covered after them pierce themselves with many sorrows. That's from 1 Timothy chapter 6.
Okay. No, I don't think I can play. You better make up with your mother. Well, what hurts? Oh, yeah, I think I'm going to the pain.
Those who long to be rich fall into temptation
Well, don't worry,
and a snare.
Flintstones makes a chewable estrogen. Honey, I know what you're doing, and it's so sweet of you.
Foolish, hurtful lust.
Playing means more to you than it does to me. Besides, I already told him I quit.
It's drowning in destruction and perdition.
Right? That's a very nice gesture. I'm proud of you.
That's the best.
Well.
Not you, Dad. You again. Oh, yeah, that was the episode where the Howells adopt Gilligan, only he pretends to sleepwalk because the skipper is low.
I don't need weapons. I have weapons, spiritual weapons.
Come on, if the team needs you, I suppose you better get in there.
Are you kidding?
There are different weapons in the non-physical world that you don't even understand. Why the hell are you coming on my Facebook and freaking... God. I hate them.
Didn't tell anything.
Oh, some guys just came on here. They just make up stuff about me is what they do. There's this whole list of liars, that selected liars. You have to go to their fake liars.
With a time of 9 minutes and 13 seconds. Blacksburg's anchor leg in a relay rally. Thomas talks about the historic moment for her team.
Well, they're freaking. They're atheists, man. Like I told you earlier, the atheists are ghouls. They're ghoulish. There's ghouls. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore.
Both tied with a jump of 6 feet 6 inches, and they missed at 6'8". Rather than do a jump off, Angels decided to have both jumpers share the first place spot. Here's what Hassan had to say about bringing home gold. It feels great, you know. My coach and I, we put a lot of work into it, and it feels good to come here and perform with a lot of great people. You know, I'm performing with the best in this.
How are you gonna shut this? Oh.
Overall, you know, what does it take to get good on you got to go to practice every day. I mean, lots of people I talk to, they're like, oh, I skip. Sometimes they don't perform as well. Actually, slow, but for me, that's what I need to work on too. I'll be back next year, so congratulations on winning the title in the Class 3 and 4 state track meets will resume tomorrow at Liberty University. Now, for a look at the forecast, here's our meteorologist, Brandon Lashbrook.
Well, it's the weekend. It's still warm and humid out there. Highs will be lower to mid-80s. Chance of scattered showers and some storms both days. Some storms may be strong to severe possibility, and we'll see more storms in the forecast as we go towards next week. Still warm in the lower to mid-80s, guys.
All right. Make sure you have your umbrella.
No, I haven't read anything really. I don't think anything is really.
Have a great rest of your evening and a wonderful weekend. Saturday only, 7 hours only. Take 50% off furniture and mattresses. Then take an extra 7% off that price. Buy with 7 months, same as cash. Plus, take 7% off appliances and electronics. It's savings on top of savings. Ka-ching! Remember the day. Saturday, June 7th.
I was being attacked by these drunk police that are non-physical, and they're still attacking people, and they're following us around everywhere. I really do think it's time that people learn how to defend themselves against these evils that are coming upon us. That these demi beings, they want to have complete domination of us. Like we're just slaves, like absolute slavery, and they want to turn us into muck, into nothing. I really think there's just a few selected evil people that want to have control and dominance, and they're not really people to me. It's like they're vampires. And they have aliens in them. They have the Nephilim in them, which are these beings that are just like earthly minded. All they care about is food and stuff like that. And then there's these other beings that are like care about domination, mind control. I don't know, man. It's probably just a myth, something that we made up. I believe it's Muslim. I believe it's Muslim. Jinn. They're actually sand entities, sand realm. Yeah, they can look into the future, and they actually read. They actually watch you while you're reading your Bible or something, and they'll get into your head, and they'll like repeat to yourself, like, "Yeah, we control you now. We use religion, and we are the religion." I actually ripped out some of the Bible that I was reading the Bible, and there's a demon that was reading the Bible with me. I was reading, it was like trying to tell me that, yeah, we own you. We're your creator. It was as if there's some kind of demon that lives nearby. It makes me fucking sad. It makes me fucking sick to my stomach. Like, there's like this fake creator that wants to be your fucking. There's like this demon that acts like it created you. Like, think about it that way. Like, Darth Vader was Luke Skywalker's dad, but he was evil. And it's like we're in the same box. It's like it's the same condition. We have this evil demon parent is a fake father that wants to have ownership of everything that we do. And it's from the pit of hell. It's from the pits. They'll actually claim that I really do think there are beings that are related to some kind of earthliness that are demons that think that they do stuff. Well, yeah, it's just vampirism. It's just vampirism. Oh, there's this one channel. I think it's Now You See TV on YouTube. Well, this creepy guy talks about it, about these crazy things that. Yeah, it's so creepy. Doesn't make any sense to me. Like, no. I don't know what I am. I'm searching. I think people just use religion now. I think people just use religion, and it's a pathetic thing. It's sad. Christ didn't come to give us religion. Didn't teach us religion. It's they want to freaking use the religion now, and it's sick to my stomach. Makes me ill. I think I'm becoming ill from being sick as a dog. Yeah, yeah, they're in the Trinity. Yeah, AS. I don't know. I was. What? I believe in the Orthodox way because, but I just don't believe that. I believe there's actual being. There's these like witches that are like in it. I believe there's witches in the church that are like demons and shit. There's like demons and shit in the church that like are like actual like terrible things. Like there's terrible things. Like how like molest young boys in the Catholic Church. They molest people. They actually will. They will. There are these horrible beings in the Vatican, and it's just a symbol of how corrupt society can become, and how the like something out of like a bad movie or something makes me fucking sick to my stomach. Makes me fucking ill. I believe in the spoken words of truth, and that in the Orthodox way of life, you have a way of fighting Satan, a better way of fight. You have a way. You have to rebuke the demon, call on God, call on the Holy Trinity. And that's what we do. We call on the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, and we say, in the name of the Father, Son, the Holy Spirit. You make the sign of the cross, and the Protestant religions, they don't do that. They don't necessarily do that. But you can see the uncreated energy, the uncreated light of God in the prayers. Like you can call on God and bring God down, and God is the Father. God is in the light, this unapproachable light. And I've actually seen it in my mind's eye. I've seen it. I've seen the light coming down. Maybe it's just a delusion, though. I just think to myself, am I really being delusion? Am I being deluded by my imagination, or is it actually real? As an example, you can just imagine something on an altar. You can just imagine like a light beam coming down somewhere. Is that real? Is that in some kind of dimension actually occurring, or is it just in your mind? You know? It's like that's what, you know. But if you could see in the astral world, there definitely are sparks that are. There's actually immense energy and light and energy in the astral world that um, everything's feeding off of it. Like I was saying, the devil will eat the dust of the earth. He's seeking to eat the dust of the earth, and we as creatures, we're in the image of God. We're exuding this light of God, like in everything. That everything we can do can exude some kind of a force, which these demon beings, they're haunting us after. Makes me freaking pisses me off. I use these mushrooms that are illegal and they're considered to be medicinal. They're actually being sold at this shop. This guy has a business license, and he claims that they're medicinal. And what happens is when you do these mushrooms, there's the fly agaric, the Mario mushroom, and the fairy tale mushroom, and the mushroom of Sansa mushroom, the reindeer. They said that the myth is that the reindeer ate them, and that's where they thought the reindeer used to eat them. And anyways, they claim with these mushrooms you could get in contact with like ancestral spirits and stuff. Well, that's not what happened to me. The internet things are abomination. Those things are all in the Bible. I don't want to talk about them anymore because they screwed up my mind and in Virginia, ran into a robot. I'm a robot. A demon. What happened to me? I didn't. It's not the mushrooms didn't happen to me. Actually, yeah, they did, because what happened to me was these symbiote beings got a hold of my psyche, and these symbiote beings. The mushroom is a symbiotic mushroom, and it only grows with pine trees and spruce trees, and these beings are these symbiote beings. It's as if the mushroom itself is an alien or something. It's like a fungus, and it has a conscious mind. Not an alien per se, it's something divine. But I don't want to say anymore. Why am I even talking? There's no reason for this. It's just so dumb. It's just so. Just leave me alone. I really have to be found. Oh, what happened? I don't know. I'm gonna exit out. Wait. Yeah, man. There's nothing. I don't want to say anything. I don't want to talk about this, man, because I'll just lose. There's nothing wrong with me. I don't even think it's right. I just think the truth is being covered up. I believe they're trying to use mental health. Mental health stigma labels are bullshit. They're all just they're trying to box you in and put you in isolate you even further, which is what makes you insane in the first place, is isolation, and then they want you to be considered a freak of nature. The Nazis invented the modern psychiatric modes and methods of they're just scared. It's just about scaremongering. And They just want you to be. They just. They don't know what it is to be medicated, and they want to try to medicate you, but you have to give them. You have to be medication. And my guy should be. They're trying to medicate you, but you have to be the medicine. So I'm gonna exit out here though. I mean, nice talking. There's freaking annoying things everywhere. It's like there's some kind of consciousness that something out of like a movie or something that is like chasing me. And I feel like there's like this symbiote beings that are like this gooey, aqueous. It's like an aqua entity, like a watered entity that which is like after me. Don't leave.